just left the village. Time to really leave. Yeah, hard to feel sorry for you, peasants. You went out and murdered all the heroes, and now you're begging for them to return after they're all dead. Except for one. Me. And I'm a heavily nerfed hero because my blood is so heavily diluted compared to the heroes of old. That reminds me. Dog, get here. Come here, Thunder. Come on, Ginger Boy. Thunder Boy. Come here. Let's see, 4. Apparently a lot of players were complaining about how hard it is to find all the books, and I have to agree, they are definitely right. Yeah, kill enemies on the ground. Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Even at level 1, the dog doesn't really... Well, he doesn't help out with anybody. He steals kills that I've knocked down, which makes earning the achievement of killing enemies with flourishes extremely difficult, because he steals the kills. And, I'm just saying that, well, even at level 1, that's all he does. You know, he's not really any better at killing enemies than he was before. He waits for me to knock them down, and then he finishes them off. And sometimes he finishes off enemies that actually are already dead. Up here is a house, a hunter's lodge, but the pass towards it is blocked with rubble. I will admit he's much better at finding digging spots. Less than a quarter of all the digging spots are found if he's only at level 1. But now that I maxed him out right here at the start, he finds all of them. Oh, a wedding ring. Well, sadly, Elise far away from here. Only that idiot boss of mine, well, Walter, if only Walter, my trainer, if he had not taken away from me from the castle so abruptly. I mean, she was still apparently at the castle, but where? Well, where was she, I wonder? I mean, it doesn't make sense for her to be anywhere in the castle except the prince's room. And stone bridge, it's held together by a cheap wood bridge. Guess nobody wants to invest in rebuilding the bridge. They maintain the gas feed on these lampposts. Or no, it's a candle. And it looks like wolves are up ahead. Just stand there and growl, dog. See, there he went. Fire that was already dead. I mean, he could try being actually useful by attacking enemies the way the wolves attack me. The occasional jumps. At least I don't have to go to the store and buy a shovel. Ooh, ruby. Nice. Make some money right off the spot. Sadly, one of the problems with chests in this game, well, among many, is that They all have the same material, either gems or cash or occasionally gifts, but nothing different. My ancestor 500 years ago was able to find unique clothes or different weapons or even food in these chests. Or potions, for that matter. So, somebody was digging up a body, and where the original digger was, I have no idea. I don't think it was that skeleton. Dweller camp. I do have to agree with the people that this bread is it's far less entertaining than the compass and map. The map is definitely unreliable.
This chamber beneath Brightfall sounds intriguing. I'd heard rumors, of course, but none other than heroes have lived to speak of it. You must take care once inside.
Ah, didn't you already say that? Oh well. Yeah, I mean, like, there is no "you are here." Like, the Angry Joe, what's his name? That YouTuber. There's no sense of direction anywhere on this thing. That video is old. Very old. But yeah, it's very cartoonish, very toy-like, and unreliable.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
I got nothing else to say. Oh, right. Double tap by accident. Pajama nightcap. I was under the impression that I already had pajamas. So I have an extra clothing article that I don't need. Unfortunately, I don't think the game accepts you having more than one. So I don't think I'll be able to sell the cap twice. So far I got a pretty good head start in earning cash for my mission. For my quest. Hopefully the pawnbroker has got a good deal going on with clothing and gems. This looks like an ideal ambush spot. What do you want, dog? Stop messing with me. It's too bad I don't have a husky option like in the second game. Ooh, chest. One of the very rare locations. See, another problem with the chests in this game, 99% of the time, I spot the chest before the dog alerts me to it. You're a very poor sniffer dog. Come on, get over here. Sniff. I do believe there's a dig spot right here somewhere. So it's not my proximity, but yours. That counts. Weird how gems are so common around here. And well cut, too. Village over there in the distance. It's not make heroes great again, it's make Albion heroic again. To bring back the heroes. Make Albion heroic again. Nothing? Huh. Just a date spot. No digging here. Well, now that I'm warm.
Ah, hello. Your new nightcap would be positively optimal for lying upon enormous pillows.
Indeed. Clockwork suit. I should be heavily armored in that thing, but I'm not.
That is an excellent combination.
I have to wonder why nobody else is dressed this way. Like a Scottish Highlander. Kilt and hat. Kilt and beret. But, thankfully, hopefully this should help me as a stranger from out of town and not one of the dwellers. Thanks for stating the obvious, dog. I was able to spot this thing a mile away. All for a whopping 30 gold pieces. They really cheapened chests in this game. Distinct shing sound. Where are the crows? I don't see the crows. One of the few times where the dog is useful. Able to detect the gold key, the silver key. I have to wonder how the resident of this house feels living so far away from the village and having a pack of homicidal crows hanging around outside. Red crows at that. To put emphasis on how evil they are. The purple banners of my brother Logan, and I presume the R is Reeve. Reaver. Lions, a rude king and a...
I see you're approaching Brightwall, a most charming little hamlet. And a perfect opportunity to acquaint yourself with the fine, honest people of this kingdom, far from the bustle of the city and the factory smoke. Of course, a less charitable mind would term them simpletons, but I encourage you to shop in their stores, drink in their taverns, and otherwise partake in their small-town pleasures.
Hey, all the box is talking again. Little Dragon Ball Z, abridged reference. One of their...
Things have never been worse here.
One of their shorts made after the show was over. I really do hope they get back to making the show. I'm enjoying the shorts as well. And I'm glad they heeded my plea that they make an episode where Lazuli tells Krillin that she was pregnant. That she is pregnant. Dog training books.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
I hope everything is in order. Rather nice.
Get rid of this silly helmet. Or hat, or whatever that thing is. I look like a band leader. Or at least a band member. Let's see. Well, yeah, I realized the gloves disappeared when I put the gauntlet on. Really nice, because I don't really like the gloves. And speaking of gloves, I noticed that I still have the Highlander gloves on. Thank you. I think the gauntlet is enough. Hopefully my disguise. Now, who puts coins in a bookshelf? I have no idea.
The library is closed by order of the king. We don't serve drinks, we don't sell chicken feed. Please leave before the soldiers suspect you of gaining any real...
What do you mean by a real visitor?
I'm afraid I was speaking the truth. King Logan has closed the academy. I'm little more than a custodian these days.
Why I had to press and hold for that.
By the holy bookmark! The Guild Seal! I haven't seen it since the old hero king last came here. Then you are...
The prince, yes.
Oh, my.
No name at all.
Please, come this way. Your father told me that one day a challenger bearing the seal would come seeking entrance to the reliquary, but I never imagined it would happen in my lifetime. It was he who founded the academy, of course. I have often wondered how he would react to see it in its present state.
Really bad custodian. That's what I would say if I were him. This is a mess. Paper everywhere. Odd fish, and make no mistake, supposed to be a trout. Oh dear. I'm not hearing his voice in my head, which is good. Anyway.
Here we are. I can't tell you how many of our researchers and professors have studied this door, hoping to unlock its mechanism. But I knew there was only one thing that would ever open it.
Yeah. Trying to dig into hero secrets, huh? Better be something useful in here. Their jet gem. So the library isn't accessible. It'd be cool if these suits of armor were secretly sentient.
It is your destiny to be here today, though I admit I had my doubts. The hero bloodline does not always follow a clear path.
Oh yeah, my brother. I don't think my brother has displayed any magical gifts.
Ah, hello.
I trust you are finding everything all right?
It looks like I'm going into a very dangerous place. I'm going to need some protection. Even though this game, clothing is nothing more than for looks. It's not for armor. There is no armor in this game.
Well, that's not the way most people would go. I applaud you.
Dude, your politically correct language is really getting on my nerves, Jasper, so speak freely. I will state up front now that I've never liked steampunk. That's all the more reason why I say that the first Fable game was the best. I completely forgave the steampunk elements of the original Avatar show, The Last Airbender, because of how original it was. All the technology we see was specifically invented to fit in that show. And that, of course, is another reason why I absolutely despise, I hate Legend of Korra with a passion. Everything it's got, all the new technology they have, is a blatant rip-off of what exists in real life, like the Model T car, and that car that is shaped like a sausage, fit for two people. Contrary to what the sycophants, the brown-nosers, like to claim, the city is not modeled after Hong Kong. It is modeled after New York City. And of course, the cultural shift is not more pajamas.
You've received a pair of long johns. A bit on the informal side for anything other than taking a quick nap, I should think.
Alright, glad to get your opinion on that. Well, anyway, the giant cultural shift is not because of the passage of time. Like China and Japan did not spontaneously wake up one day and decide to start wearing European clothing. It is because of European colonization that this happened. That this big shift happened. Well, since European culture does not exist in the Avatar universe, for it to suddenly appear and take over everything, like in Legend of Korra, is absolute nonsense. And no, I cannot forgive it because, frankly, I never liked 1920s culture, the flapper age. I hate it almost as much as the,
Hello, Jasper here again. I believe that amazing device is what is known as a flit switch. However, on the subject of amazing things, you will not believe what I have just found in the sanctuary. You should come back as soon as you possibly can.
Anyway, yeah, it's complete nonsense. And plus, I've never liked the flapper age. That was in the 1920s. I hate it second only to the 1970s hippie age.
This sanctuary contains an armory, within which there are some truly remarkable weapons, heroic weapons, which your father left for you. This way, please.
About time he dusted off the rest of the rooms. I wonder how long it takes to fill these up. How many hits do I have to use? These are obviously filled up with chests, but this, I don't know. And plus,
If you would just step into the armory.
Right, quiet.
Now, admittedly, these weapons don't appear particularly impressive yet. However, according to the book, they actually change as you use them, becoming more deadly and developing fantastic properties. They are living weapons, and the way in which you fight with them determines how they evolve.
They don't become more deadly with use. They become more deadly when I open the chests. Their name is misleading. The hero sword and
According to
hero
the
hammer.
book, the hammer can grow larger and heavier with use. Incredible.
Yeah, if you'd stop interrupting. Yeah, they should be called trainer hammer and trainer sword, not hero hammer and hero sword, because they are the weakest weapons of them all.
Apparently, as you use it, the blade actually becomes longer and sharper. Imagine.
Heavier or longer?
According to the book, the hammer can grow larger and heavier with use. Incredible. That hammer should serve you well for as long as you carry it, and depending on whom you kill and how, it will grow ever more powerful. Well, now that you are properly armed, you should be much better prepared for whatever awaits you beneath Brightwall Academy.
Got nothing to say about the sword? Well, anyway, a hammer is much more logical against skeletons. I will say this now, the undead was better than Hollow Men. Hollow Men's a weird title. Damn, more than double the damage. I'll take it. Yeah, that's another problem with all the DLC weapons. Basically, all of them force you to be a bad guy. The game really tries to force you to be a good guy, but the weapons force you to be a bad guy. It's weird and stupid.
Samuel and Sir Walter will be waiting for you.
Yes, thank you for saying the obvious. How come we don't get to use these weapons? A scimitar from the previous game. An Arabian scimitar.
Ah, yes, the flit switch. Now, the way you activate these is by hitting them. Your new weapon should serve that purpose ably.
I hit before the hammer even struck. Skeletons digging through solid stone, I wonder. My bloodline has been so heavily diluted that even the summoned creature's spell is no longer magic, it's a potion. It used to be a magic spell in the previous game. I am Krogan. Hey, we're never going to see a thing go into air, the flit switch. If only BioWare was run by more reasonable people. Can you imagine a medieval game where, well, everything's culturally medieval? Weapons, armor, the whole 9 yards. But it's the Mass Effect races instead of the typical, usual cliche elves and dwarves. You get Krogan and Asari, Batarians and humans. Yeah, no tutorial for this one. Just expect me to know it's magic. I don't see where it went. Very weird how far those things have got to go. What mechanism powers them, I wonder. Once again, you're stating what I already can see, dog. Sea dog. Very funny. This music has got a very sad feel to it. Like I'm looking among a dead dead place that will never reach glory again. We got the hero logo, but it's just a shell of what it once was. Amazing how peasants were able to wipe out the heroes just with access to guns. I mean, did the heroes not have guns either? I mean, as a hero, I'm superhuman. So, not only should I have access to guns, but I should be able to use them and take quite a beating. And if the heroes are so weak that they can be wiped out by peasants with guns, then why do they need a hero to take care of their problems now, I wonder? Better not that one, because they only allow you to use one platform at a time. It's not until after you leave this place that all the platforms are up. How the skeletons are hiding in the solid stone. Solid metal.
Welcome to the sanctuary. These new gloves would look supremely handsome gripping the hilt of a finely polished sword. Which reminds me, where have I left the sword polish?
Oh, soldier moves. I gotta sell them though, because the whole uniform is locked behind a demon door. The overall uniform is basically a reference to Sharp's rifles. A long series of low-budget British movies with Sean Bean during the Napoleonic Wars. I only watched the first 3 or 4 of them. I don't like how they change actors all the time. Makes me sad. I lose track of who's who. I mean, I liked Brian Cox, and he was only in the first 2 movies. Many of you have probably seen the clip of Major Simonson, what was his name? I think it was the Major answered with his life. Major Lennox. Major Lennox must answer. Major Lennox answered with his life, as you should have done if you had any sense of honor. To climb. Now here's one of the weird things about this game. I and the dog and certain characters are allowed to jump. So it means the jump is safe. What do you mean the jump is safe? That looks like it's 50 feet below. My legs would be shattered. My body, well, I'd be killed. That's a fatal jump. I'd hit terminal velocity. Come on, dog, it's apparently safe. We're apparently protected by plot armor. This stuff is waterproof, so I should be able to float. Come on, dog. Show me where to dig. No spot to dig? Come on. Thankfully, no dangerous sea creatures. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to point out, the forests are far less scary than they used to be, or at least far less dangerous. I, for one, missed fighting those little fairy creatures that my ancestor fought all those years ago. They look like glowing butterflies flying around, but they're really hiding a tiny girl with wings who shoots nasty things at you. You gotta shoot. The glow of the logo and the stone logo didn't align. Nice try, skeletons. Did I ever mention, as you probably already know, you cannot die in this game. That's another drawback. So enemies become off more as obstacles rather than as challenges, because I'm immune to death, thanks to Teresa casting a resurrection spell on me. So I don't have to worry about carrying around resurrection files like I had to. Well, like my ancestor had to. A skeleton, a dead skeleton, and paper.
So, this is how it ends. I steal the blueprints for the dungeon from the architect who built it. Find a secret entrance on the other side of Mistpeak. Almost get killed by several hollow men. Stub my toe against a rock so that it really hurts when I walk. And now this. I know there's a great treasure in here somewhere. And I know it has something to do with these braziers. I just don't know what. But I'm not leaving until I solve this riddle.
Dedicated to solving it. Funny, considering there's only one way in or out of this place. You know, where's the other entrance to Mistpeak? Well, serves you right for trying to play hero, because only a hero can. I don't know if this is a shortcut or, well, it goes forever. Aha. Chest that I missed. Oh, okay. I definitely failed to notice that little turn off right there. Oh, here. Nope. Okay. Jet. Now I'm starting to think that I'm being given Jet and not other gems because I'm low level still. What do I know? Got any more? Kamehameha. Seriously? One spawn after I already left? The last one, I don't see the cloud anymore. Thank you for being the last one. I guess it's over here. Right. Too bad, unlike Dragon Age, there are no big spiders to fight here. The first... These ones have double health. Must be the skeletons of heroes or something. Skeletons of apprentices or acolytes, whatever those trainees were, whatever they were called in the first game, the ones that never graduate. The Tomb of a Forgotten Hero. The only logical explanation for this. Coffin's the wrong word. Sarcophagus? You gotta align that jump right or you'll be back to going all the way around again.
Ah, hello. Yes, you'll recall that I mentioned that flit switches require a knock from a melee weapon. Well, it seems that was only partially correct. According to the book, only blue switches require melee weapons. The red variety requires magic, and to activate yellow switches, you must shoot them with a firearm. Fortunately, that section of the book also indicated where some firearms were located, and these weapons, well, they must be seen to be believed. Please return to the sanctuary as soon as you can.
Must be seen to be believed, really.
Ah, so the weapons in question were also left for you by your father. They are in the armory. Like the sword and hammer, these astonishing weapons evolve over time as you use them, becoming ever more fearsome. They can cause more damage and achieve other incredible effects.
They look very generic to me.
The rifle is the perfect instrument for engaging enemies at long range. The pistol is best suited to short ranges and packs a surprising punch. The rifle is the perfect instrument for engaging enemies at long range.
Yeah, but I'm indoors at the moment, so...
The pistol, excellent choice. You are in an enclosed space at the moment, after all. I'll keep the rifle here in case you change your mind. In the meantime, experiment and see what incredible properties are waiting to be unlocked. Welcome to the Sanctuary. The armory is at your disposal.
Same stats as before. Double the damage. Well, reach it's funny that way. Yep, and like the other weapon. It's basically begging that I be evil.
Changing your weapon?
Speaking of weapons, you probably, for those of you who've already played this game and never got to complete your arsenal, there is now finally, a decade later, a DLC that allows you to, well, have all the weapons. Shoot skeletons in the head, their bodies never explode. However, they're not easy to hit. The physics in this game are incredibly stupid, unfortunately. A bullet will hit a target, even if the target has already moved, as long as you pulled the trigger before the target moved. You cannot lead a target in this game. It's weird. Stupid. And if an enemy does a dodge maneuver, even though they weren't able to change the path of the bullet somehow goes through them because they did a dodge. Cool thing you can do. Oh man. You can shoot their weapons, disarm your enemy. They'll whack you instead with their hands. But anyway, for those of you who were never able to get anyone to play with you, you can only, in any one playthrough, collect a quarter of all the available weapons. That's just from the stores alone. If you manage to collect all the gold keys and silver keys, and of course buy the DLCs, you can get up to a third of all the total weapons. But you still need to play multiplayer to maximize them all. And of course, one of the weapons is hidden behind a demon door that only opens if you have a companion with you, another hero, another player. But thankfully, well, I'll write down the name and tell you where to find it. It's the All Weapons mod. I don't remember the name of the creator, and I'll tell you that later. Speaking of pummeling with fists, too bad that there is no melee, or there's no fist fighting in this game. Another thing I liked. Higher level enemies, you can shoot their heads off, and then they'll just walk in a single direction, waving their weapons around, hoping to hit somebody or something. And he said, Sabine said, "Bring me one of these items." Well, kind of convenient that there is literally only one item, and it's the magic music box that my father found when he was a little boy. And sadly, well, I got no use for it. It really dumbed down the hero universe.
You have done well. Now, step into the light. There is much you need to know. Congratulations, hero. Touching the guild seal was an indication of what you could become. Reaching the music box has proven what you already are. No one but a hero could have done it. You have begun to learn what powers you possess, and there is still greater potential within you. But you have only taken the first step in your journey. Albion is crying out for a revolution, and for someone to lead it. Winning supporters to your cause will be hard. Leading them against Logan will be an even greater challenge, but it's one you must accomplish.
I'll make him pay for what he did.
This is not a matter of personal vengeance. As long as your brother sits on the throne, Albion is in great danger. Open the music box. It will show you the truth.
It'll show me an extreme half-truth. This is one thing that I cannot stand about Teresa, this old hag Teresa. And she's a complete hypocrite and a liar at the end of the second game. And here she's once again resorting to half-truths. And in my book, a half-truth is no better than a full-blown lie. She's a great misleader.
This is my Albion. Its cities will bow to my law, or they will burn. Its mountains will bend to my will, or they will fall. This is my Albion. Its people will do as I say, or they will die. Its future will be as I decree, or it will end. I've seen what must be done, and nothing will stand in my way. We will be great, and we will be stronger, no matter what sacrifices we must make. This is my Albion, and I will see it destroyed before I surrender it.
The marketing was bad too. False advertisement.
If any part of you still doubted the necessity of a revolution, you have your answer. The kingdom will face its own annihilation under your brother's rule. Now, do whatever you must to gain your first ally, for you cannot lead a rebellion without followers. Sabine is a good man, and his people are strong.
How convenient that everybody's people are good.
Ah, hello. I trust you are finding everything all right?
sweaty, so taking this thing off. From becoming a legendary hero, the guild says you earn by defeating enemies. On the contrary, it's ridiculously easy because all you have to do is grind. My ancestor had to specifically exercise strength or skill, or strength, or what was the yellow one? You know, and the blue one was will. Yeah. So. Oh no, I don't want those. I like handshakes. The handshakes ever again if you purchase any expression packs. Landlord, yes. I gain all the education on how to own property. Access to lightning, which was the very first spell my ancestor learned. I'll level up magic because I don't want my weapons to get mutated. Not interested in Big Bess's fat butt, thank you very much. That's disgusting.
You've amassed enough money to buy a house. Houses are excellent investments. Besides, you'll need somewhere to live if you meet that special someone.
Blessed index cards. You made it. This is cause for great rejoicing. Albion has a hero again. If ever I can be of assistance, I will be honored to serve you.
I knew you would succeed, sir. You now have proof positive of your heroic status. And I believe Walter has made some progress with the mercenary problem. He is waiting for you outside the local tavern.
Yeah, very childish, cliche. I'm not sure what the word I was looking for yet, but yeah, please, dear Samuel, stop blending religious exclamations with librarian terminology. Blessed index cards, come on. Sweet papyrus. Ugh, weird. Anyway, this armor needs to be washed. Great Iron Man said, I imagine this is the power source in the middle. But yeah, I've never really liked steampunk technology.
How curious that Sir Walter should have chosen a tavern as your rendezvous point. Finding some way of occupying his time while he waits for you.
Choosing a tavern as a rendezvous is both wise and very simple at the same time. So I don't see the problem with it.
I hope everything is in order.
Let's see. Something that won't draw too much attention.
You've put together a rather fetching ensemble.
I guess the soldier uniform doesn't come with gloves. Actually, no, wait a minute.
You know what would go perfectly with those gloves is a riding crop or a... Generals use them to point to maps. Swagger stick. That's it. Swagger stick. Swagger stick. Such a deliciously staccato... Nice gloves.
Thank you for teaching me that word, Jasper. Another criticism I have of this game is that, well, if you look at it, if you listen to all the dialogue of every character, you really notice a pattern of everyone making a statement and then retracting that statement or cutting themselves off. It's really repetitive and annoying in my book. Yeah.
definitely better than it was.
Damn right it was. Everything looks good with black. Well, most.
Any other business to attend to?
Yes, actually.
You've a new type of gauntlet available.
How shocking.
Pistols sacrifice accuracy for speed, but can still pack a significant wallop.
Although I gotta wonder why do
That is a gauntlet, a device which allows a hero to channel magical energies to cast spells. Quite extraordinary.
Thanks for reminding me of how diluted my blood is.
Ah, you have impeccable taste in gauntlets.
There's a total of 6 different spells, and unfortunately Jasper only has a unique opinion about the fire one. Kinda sad. Anyway, it's weird how my sword or hammer are always strapped to my back and never in a scabbard. Anyway, time for me to leave the library, and time for me to attend to other business. Drink plenty of water, and like and subscribe, please.